Both of you are valid. You did yours and he did his. Now it's time to start on a clean sheet. New week, a new episode. My name is Nanekia Ripa and this is the POV gang. I'm excited to have you here this week. It's been crazy, but I think we're going to be fine. I know I look tired because I've not slept well in a few days, but you know me, I'm transparent. I'm not going to lie to you about what I've been up to and what I've not been up to. So at the end of the day, I've not slept in a few days. I've not slept well in a few days, and I think that is having a toll on me. But I'm gonna be fine. I think the weekend will come, and I'm just gonna sleep through the weekend, or not. That being said, let's get straight into the let's talk part of this episode. I mean, I posted something on my is a WhatsApp status, and it was B Simone. I don't know if you know B Simone, and she was like, "Lord, don't change me, don't change my heart, don't change my mindset, don't change my my zeal to be successful, don't make me feel tired, because if I do, it's going to be another story altogether, because I am tired, and every time I come to sit here and I'm like, hi guys, sometimes it takes a lot for me to be able to be doing the hi guys, but today I'm just gonna stay real with you with how I'm feeling from beginning. Yeah, so let's get straight into the let's talk part of this episode. People with friends with benefits were asked in a thread that how do you not develop feelings for them, and these are their replies, and I'm going to read like 5 or 6 and then we're going to go through it. And this one says, the trick is to be emotionally dead inside. Now, you know what? Before I even go into the thread, let's understand this. Not everybody has the capacity to be able to be doing friends with benefits. For some of us, the second we start doing the, benefits part of it, we start to catch feelings. So at the end of the day, it's not for everybody, but for those that are able to do, are giving accounts of how they are able to stay in that position without, getting all emotional about it. And the person says the trick is to be emotionally dead inside. And someone said, share with us teachings on how to be emotionally dead inside. And someone said, it's not a happy life, much better to feel things. Okay. This one said, yes, just go ahead and feel. Take it slow and enjoy the process. When it ends, but at least you've allowed yourself the experience. I mean, yeah, I think I like this one. And the fact that you stop yourself from feeling. And the funny thing about it is that the moment you stop, you keep trying to force yourself not to fall for the person, you fall yakata. So like, can friends with benefits go like a whole year without having feelings? Or is it like you people force yourself not to have the feelings? Because I seriously always do. That's why after many years of minor breakups, I learned over time that I'm not a friends with benefits kind of girl. Honestly, we just make sure to keep our expectations in check. No dating vibes, no future plans. It's just enjoying each other's company in the moment. Okay. So that's how you don't fall in love with a person when you're doing friends with benefits. I highly agree with this one, but we did go out a lot and even took a trip out of town. That's dating. You guys are unofficially dating, so it's a situationship. It's not even a friends with benefits situation again. Friends with benefits don't have to mean exclusively sex. You never go hang out with your regular friends, okay? Because we are compatible only as friends and fuck buddies, we would not be compatible as a couple. Okay. Where is this going? This is how it worked for me. I never caught feelings. So that's the thing. How are you not developing the feelings? How are you not developing the feelings? Now that's the question. Nobody is answering the question because it's not possible. Because she's annoying as fuck. You are fucking an annoying person, really. I had a couple over the years, and I would say that They were successful because whilst the sex was super fun and we both got on really well, we both were on the same page that we didn't have the potential to be in a serious relationship for a variety of reasons. Example, commitment issues, incompatibility, lifestyles, other priorities, etc. So whilst I would consider these people my genuine friends, there weren't romantic feelings involved because I knew there was no potential for the relationship to go any further than it was. So you actually convince yourself that this person is not a relationship material. So the best we can do for each other is to bang each other. Now, I think the concept of friends with benefits is actually very crazy. It's very crazy. And for those who do not know what friends with benefits is, it's basically having a sexual relationship with your friend without no emotions attached. So the person is not your boyfriend. The person is not, what do you call it? Somebody that you call your man or your girl. But you guys have sex, like, together. Do you get it? So I don't know whether friends with benefits can also be termed as a sneaky link. I don't really know. But I personally think the concept of friends with benefits is crazy. It's crazy. Man here, for me personally, it all comes down to compatibility. If I know the person I'm sleeping with would be an awful girlfriend, it makes it impossible for me to develop feelings. In my opinion, once you start saying to yourself, I could potentially see myself dating this person, you're probably cooked. But that's actually true. But then again, I'm back to the question. If you think the person is not proper for a relationship, why the fuck are you stucking your shit in the person? Or why the fuck are you allowing the person to stuck his thing in you? Like, I don't know, maybe I take, sex too serious. Maybe. Friendship and horny are both feelings. The reason you don't fall into an exclusive relationship is because either A, been there, failed that, or 2, already know how that's going to turn out and don't need to ruin the current balance. Or alternatively, you both in a state of self-repair, but are also really good at satisfying the other needs physically, emotionally during the healing phase. You can love someone and not want to be a life partner. You can love someone and not like them. You can have a mutual, safe, emotional, physical space with someone and know that it's temporary. Okay, that's okay. That's crazy. In our side of the world, let me say Africa, I think growing up, we knew these things, and it was more or less like dating, courting, marriage, right? It was when I was in my adolescence time, and then I got to know there was something called friends with benefits, something called sneaky link, something called situationship, and all that. So, and that was, mostly books I read, mostly movies I watched. And then I realized when I became an adult that it actually happens within our setting, but it's not lauded like that. But that being said, what this person said makes a lot of sense. But then we in Africa do not accept it because we feel like, or we have educated ourselves enough to know that sex is not something we play with. We actually sometimes attribute sex to spirituality. And so if we are going to attribute sex to spirituality, then why are you exchanging your spirit with somebody that you know damn well that will not be of any sort of, benefit to you, emotional benefit to you? Because I think if you're healing, being under another man or being on top of another woman is not the right way to heal. That is what I think, but let me know. It's soothing and satisfying. Yes. It takes off, your pain within the time that you're with the person doing the do or, spending the time together and everything. But it's like drinking alcohol. The second the adrenaline leaves your system, you're back to square one thinking about the same issues again. So I don't know how we're using that as a coping mechanism or as a healing mechanism. I don't think it's a right way to heal anyway. But yeah, the only time I ever successfully had a friends with benefit situation where things didn't end in a raging dumpster fire was when I genuinely kind of disliked the guy. I guess I should say I didn't dislike him per se, but I didn't really respect him. He was fun to hang out with socially, really good in bed, but he was a small time drug dealer, fuck boy, and I knew immediately he was not boyfriend material or anyone I would ever date. So it was easy to not get attached and respond to him only when I felt like it. We went our separate ways with no drama once it stopped being convenient. We are still friendly and I hold zero animosity towards him. But is it really healthy to be having regular sex with someone you actively dislike? Unclear. LOL. See? Can you imagine? Like, it's crazy. This will probably get buried under, and this is going to be the last one. This will probably get buried under the other 1,000 comments. But anyways, I couldn't stop myself from developing feelings towards her, even though we met through Tinder. And from the first date, I realized how busy she was in general, mostly with her career. Down the line, I completely forgot about this and we kept talking on a daily basis, kept going on dates, etc. We never really talked about our feelings or what we wanted. But in retrospect, it was unclear since the beginning that she didn't want anything serious and that I was never a priority for her. I had lots of fun, but I figured that I'm not made for being a FWP. I like commitment and stability. Okay, friends with benefit. But I figured I was not made for friends with benefit. I like commitment and stability. My advice would be to talk things out as soon as you get the chance to set your intentions and draw the lines you need to. I guess if I would have done that from the first date, I wouldn't be in the position I am now, kind of grieving the loss, but in a very chill way. Still, I can't help but feel that I met the right person at the wrong time. She was smart. My friend really liked her genuinely. Also, the way she broke things off with me and gave me the closure I needed without even asking for it really confirmed to me that she's a good human being overall. Yeah, I think this one is a bit soothing. But then, if we're going to talk about people that are not available for relationships but put themselves out there, then I'm going to say that you people are selfish people, because then you put the other person that is actually on the other end in a particular way. So let me give you an example. Let's just say you meet someone, you chill with the person and you realize that, oh, I like this person and this person is like my person. And all of a sudden, things change. I don't know. I'm actually going out of topic, but for the let's talk. But I think it's something that I would want to discuss on. So maybe I'll do it in the next episode, talking about, how people ghost people, how people know how they're not supposed to do something to somebody, but they end up doing it, making the person feel terrible. That being said, let me get straight into the tales and confessions bit of this episode. I know this episode is chaotic, but let's deal with it like that. Now, if they posted it on social media, then they made it our business. And since they made it our business, we're going to make it our business. Yes. Now, let's get straight into the stories we have for this episode. The first one says,
Let's have it.
Hello, POV. Keep me anonymous. I'm a girl of 19 years dating a 27-year-old man. Before I was in a relationship, which I was raped by my ex-boyfriend in order to break my virginity. I went through hell in the hands of my ex, but I endured every little bit of the pains because I don't have both parents on my side and didn't have anyone to run to tell my story. Even though I have a big sister, I couldn't tell her what happened because I'm a private person. Fast forward, there's this in my area who had interest in me but couldn't express it. By then I was in my final year in SHS. So one fateful day, this guy in my area texted me this guy in my area texted me and expressed his feelings for me. At the beginning of the relationship, it was fun and nice. This guy showered me with gifts, so I thought I've met the right person. Then all of a sudden, his attitude changed towards me. He stopped texting, calling, and even stopped giving me money. I ignored because I felt that's his character. So one day, I went over to his house to spend the night. He was asleep and I took his phone. I went straight to his WhatsApp. What my eyes saw. POV. This my boyfriend is seriously proposing to my ex-boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. That girl is aware of my friendship with the guy. I quickly left there and I slept whilst crying. I decided not to confront him about it. POV, it's been 2 weeks now. My boyfriend has been ignoring me for no reason. I'm really hurting within. I can take in one whole penicillin tablet a day just to ease the pain. Because of this guy, my auntie decided to send me to the Eastern region to stay with her. But I refused because I'm afraid to lose this guy when I distance myself from him. POV, I don't know what to do. Sometimes I feel like killing myself because I'm too young for this. POV, please, I need your advice. What should I do? I will be in the comment section. For you at 19, Abi what? For you at 19 years to think that killing yourself over a man would be peaceful for you, excuse me, is the most stupidest thing. Listen, I'm not saying that how you're feeling is not valid. Baby girl, I may be hard on you, but it's because I think you need to rethink your whole life. I know. You don't have your parents in your life, or you don't have both parents in your life, but you can make something out of your life. The guy you would want to unalive yourself for is not worth it. Now take a cast into the future. Let's say in the next 3-4 years. Where do you see yourself? You need to be able to answer that question. And if you see yourself dead because of a man, now think of how your parents or your mother or father or whoever is in your life as a parent would feel giving birth to a child that took her own life because of a man that is a cheat, that is disrespectful. Listen, I get it because you're also dealing with the whole trauma of being raped by your first boyfriend. And listen, you men, I don't know what is wrong with some of you. When a girl says no, leave her alone. The fact that she's your girlfriend doesn't mean that you have rights to have sex with her anytime you want. When she says no, leave her alone. When you force her to do it, that is rape. So I know you're dealing with the trauma that comes with that. But I'm going to tell you this. This guy that you're willing to unalive yourself for is not worth it. Maybe the word stupid I used was harsh, but I need you to sit down and think very well. And you will know why I made that, mention that word. Okay? Yeah. You'll be fine. Okay? He's not worth it. Okay?
Let's have it.
I'm a lady of 24 years. A little background information. I am from a family of 6, 4 children, 2 girls and 2 boys. Me being the first child, I grew up in a family with domestic violence. And surprisingly, I am the only child my father never liked. Whenever he has issues with my mom, I end up being abused physically, verbally, and emotionally. It's been like that my whole childhood. But one thing I am thankful for is that he gave me education. It wasn't easy because anytime I asked for school fees, I get scared because he will end up insulting me and beating me. So I stopped asking for fees when I got to second year at nursing training. I will either beg my mom to try and get the money to pay for me or ask my auntie in Africa to help me pay. At a point, even money for my basic needs became a problem, so I followed friends and went in for a sugar daddy, which I regret up till now. Thankfully, I got to my final year and I met a guy through a friend who was more younger. We became very close, going out on dates. Sometimes go overboard to his place to cook for. I was so much happy around him and he made me feel so loved and cared for. So I had to break up things with the older man I was seeing. A month time I was done with my licensing exams and went back home. But still the abuse was still going on. So I got fed up and begged my guy to allow me stay with him. Oh God. So I left him to stay with him for a while and then went to Ivory Coast to live with my auntie and her family. So I was there till our results came out and thankfully I passed and I had to come back to do my rotation. I came back with nowhere to go, with no money. So my boyfriend suggested that I stay with him and do my service. I agreed. Truthfully, this guy has really been my helper. He feeds me, provides my basic needs and all that. But he has started acting weird towards me, flirting with other ladies, talking to me anyhow. I understand him because I've become a burden to him. I am staying with him in my way. I do all the house chores just to show my appreciation. I know it's not much, but that's what I can do for him. But I feel he's fed up with me, but doesn't want to come clean to me. I'm left with 6 weeks to finish my rotation and afterwards I have to leave his place. I have no money for rent and to even feed myself. My auntie has stopped supporting me financially and we haven't been paid since we started the national service. Please, I need advice. What should I do? Oh, Lord. Frankly, I don't have a solution for you. I'm so sorry. Comment section, please. Your man is tired of you. True. It feels like you're a burden. True. It feels like you're a liability. True. You need to make money. You need a way to find money and, be independent and take care of yourself and see if it changes. But I think his attitude now is giving you a leeway to understand what your long-term relationship with him will look like. Yeah. I don't know if you still have the balls to move back in with your parents and avoid your dad and just live your life until you're able to put money together to get your own place. You see this rubbish our government is doing. If you are paying the girl through her rotation, I'm very sure she would have probably saved something up. When you finish, you come and do what? You come and say what? Hi, God. I'm sorry, darling. I'm really sorry. And anybody that can be of help to this lady, please help her. These are some of the people that need the help. Please. My dear, come to my DM just in case somebody tries to be of help, okay? Yeah.
Let's have it.
I'm 21 years now. I completed SHS in 2021 and started teaching in a private school in 2022 when I was 19. I was dating at the time, but the relationship wasn't really stable like that. I met this guy who happens to teach in the same school with me. He's a university graduate from KNUST, but still not having a government work. So he was doing the teaching for the meantime. We became friends and he later proposed and I said yes. Everything was going on smoothly. He was doing everything for me. He even bought me a phone. I fell in love with him and later broke up with my old guy. One day he saw a chat between my ex and I and confronted me about it. I explained to him that it's not what he thinks. He was really sad, so I had to beg and he forgave. I remember one time too, he saw a Momo alert on my phone with the guy's name and I begged him again to forgive me and he did. I remember sometime too, he saw a video of my ex and I on TikTok, so he assumed I'm still together with the guy, but honestly we broke up, just that we were cool with each other. Mind you, this my guy, the teacher, is someone that when he remembers something I did to him in the past, he will stop talking to him and even block me for days. Like, I have to beg and beg until he forgives. And later he will ghost me again till I beg again. Fast forward, in 2023, I started training college. When I was in school, I was talking to him almost every day. And once in a while, my ex will also call me. There was a time he saw my ex's comments on TikTok and wanted to break up with me. I begged and begged. Fast forward to first semester in my second year, he just asked me not to contact him again, all because he had remembered the past and couldn't live with it. So he wanted to let go of me because he claimed I've put him through a lot. But as at the time, I was ready to commit myself and even stop being friends with my ex just for the relationship to work. But he was pushing me away. I did my very, very best to get him back, but he seemed not to be ready. I was really brokenhearted. I forced myself to sleep at night. He was threatening to do something crazy if I dare call him again. He dragged me for like 2 months, so later I started putting myself together. Like, I saw myself healing until one day I got a text from him saying he's sorry. He's sorry and all that. I said okay, and he was still saying sorry every day, and also how much he loves me. I vacated and came home, and he was still showing me care, sending me money and sending me apology letters. I'm confused now. Should I accept him back or not? Looking at what he made me go through, I can see the regret in his eyes, but I'm afraid that he will just get up one day out of nowhere and tell me he can't continue because he remembers the past. What should I do? Both of you are valid. You did yours and he did his. Now it's time to start on a clean sheet. That's what I think anyway. But the comment section can also be of help. You did yours, he did his. Now it's time for both of you to start on a clean sheet. I think you were not wise to entertain your ex in the first place. Why was your ex sending you money in the first place? Why was your ex commenting on your videos? I mean, well, you didn't send him, but the fact that you had a friendship with him, it gave him that audacity to be commenting on your videos. My ex used to comment a lot on my videos when we were together, like a lot of my videos. But the second we broke up, all that stopped because there was boundaries. You understand? So at the end of the day, create boundaries with your exes is the best thing you can do for yourself, even when you are healing. Unless you don't want to heal and you still want to be hanging around him and feeling, do you get me? So the best thing you can do for yourself is to break up with your, ex. When you break up with the best thing you can do for yourself when you break up with your boyfriend is to create boundaries and move and walk away from everything that he's, trying to bring. So as I was saying before, you've done yours, he did his. Start on a clean sheet and I think both of you will be fine. You both need to sit down, have a conversation. If you still love him, this is the thing. If you still love him, sit down with him, have a conversation with him because you have stated clearly that you know he still loves you. So have a conversation with him and then have a clean sheet and start afresh and move from there. So when you guys are breaking up, it won't be because of whatever happened between both of you in the past because now this is a clean sheet. Do you get it?
Let's have it.
Good evening, POV. Please keep me anonymous. I'm a guy of 20 years. Around this year, January, I met a girl. We got talking after a month. We started dating and everything was all right. I was really doing all my best taking care of her and she's learning hard work. During the time we were dating, she told me she had breast lump. So we made inquiries for treatment and how much it will cost for surgery and it was around 100K. So we're planning for the surgery and after 2 months on a Sunday night, she texted me and told me she doesn't love me anymore and wants a breakup. I was shocked, but that Sunday during the day, I still bought something and went to give to her at work and I didn't recall us fighting or me doing anything wrong. That night I begged and I cried, but she didn't listen to me. I became depressed because I really loved her. So the next day, being a Monday, she started to date a new guy and she posted him. So I asked her if that's a new boyfriend and she said yes. And I asked her when she started to date him and she said it's none of my business. And we stopped talking. Fast forward, this month on the 8th, she texted me and I was shocked. We greeted though. She told me that the breast lump has been disturbing her so badly and she went to the hospital with her mom and they told her it has spread and if she doesn't do the surgery before 3 weeks time, she'll definitely turn into cancer and the surgery money is 320K now. Now she said her mom and her boyfriend have managed to get about 150K. So she needs about 200K more. I should help her with any amount. I'm working and I can pay for everything, but my friends and family who know about the breakup said I shouldn't do anything for her, but I still want to help her. What should I do? I think if you want to render help to her based on the fact that she's sick, fine. But if you want to look at how she broke up with you, then I don't think you should help her. But if you want to help her as per, you know what, I'm a good person, I just want to help her and not even stay in touch with her, give her what she wants and block her out of your life, fine, that's you doing a good deed. But I get what your family and friends are saying, because that girl was callous, that girl was selfish. To up and leave somebody just like that, put the person in a depressive state and tell the person that I moved on and it's none of your business when I decided to move on. That was disrespectful. That was callous. That was selfish. So if you want to also be callous and selfish, you can be. But if you want to be a good person, please go ahead and do that. Okay, help her. I don't think it would take anything out of your, it would actually add more blessings onto you. So yeah.
Let's have it.
Please keep me anonymous. I've been dating this girl for 5 months now, and we were really fond of each other. We went out, had sex, we kept each other happy, like we can talk on the phone all night to the next morning, and so on. Our parents knew each other, we were together, so it was secured, and we had lots of plans. But for the past few weeks, my girlfriend has been all about this guy, and she usually posts this guy on her status. I'm not the jealous type, but I just felt something wasn't right. Anytime I try calling my girlfriend, it states that she's on another call and she doesn't pick up. She tells me she's discussing something with this guy. Recently, I just saw her post a video of herself and the guy, and my GF hasn't been consistent with me for some time, and anytime I try calling, she says she's busy. When I text her that she should come over, she tells me this guy has invited her for some whatever program. I feel like I'm losing her. Please, what do I do? You are losing her. I don't know. Girls that do this thing, I don't know. Why do you meet someone new and you and your boyfriend do not have any issues, and you just jump on that person without thinking about how your boyfriend is going to feel? How his ego is going to be bruised? Hey, God. My dear, I think, first of all, the girl doesn't respect you. Secondly, I think you're losing her. I think she actually is beginning to have feelings for the guy. Because there's one thing I know, that if your girl is being friends with somebody new and it feels like now all the attention she gives to you, all the things she used to do with you, she's doing with that person, then there's a definite, something happening going on there. Probably they are nurturing something. So yeah, you need to have a conversation with her that if she's not going to be straight with you, then you're going to break up. You need to sometimes you need to stand your ground so they know that you are worth, a lot and they are giving you the bare minimum. Do you get it? Yeah, right now we don't want the bare minimum again. Male or female, we all want to be treated, with intentional, thinking. I don't want your bare minimum. Yeah, really, I don't.
Let's have it.
Please keep me anonymous. I met a guy last year, July. We started talking as friends and I realized I liked his vibes and all that. He proposed and I accepted. Truth be told, he was a very sweet guy. He would even sense my plight just over a phone call. Indeed, he was all I wanted in a man. He gives me when I ask and all that. He was willing to even help me with my fees if I gained admission this year. Fast forward, everything changed the first time we had a little argument. He ignored me for days unless I text him myself. Because of the love I had for him, I even apologized, knowing deep down that the apology should come from him. I will just put pride aside and make peace with him because that's the only way I can be at peace. At a point, our conversations reduced. He will even push me away when I get close to him for a hug or something. I will go to bed and cry myself to sleep. One day, I went to his place to confront him about his behavior, how his behavior is affecting me emotionally and mentally. and he looked right into my eyes and told me that I'm making noise, so I should get out. I spoke with my eyes full of tears, but it didn't move him. I left his house, and the next day he didn't contact me for weeks until I made a move. I could tell. I literally begged him to forgive me for telling him how I felt just because I loved him. No, you didn't love him. No. He said he would change, but I haven't seen anything yet. I keep enduring his distance attitude and one word reply after I send him a whole paragraph. Recently, I informed him that I would be going to his place. He agreed, but the next day I texted him, I'm in a car, and he replied saying he didn't leave the key. I told him I can get I told him I can get to his workplace for it, but he said no. I asked him, what should I do since I'm already in a car and it's raining? He told me to go back home. I knew this guy was in the house, but he still cooked up all that story. I loved him immensely, but at this point, I just knew that there's nothing that can change him. I told him at that moment that I didn't want this relationship anymore. The heartbreaks were killing me mentally. I alighted at Kanishi and returned back home. I'm really heartbroken now. I know this will have a great effect on me because he acted as an angel in the beginning and I need to heal. I don't even know how to. You know, I'm one of those people that can tell you that do this, do this, do that, and you may heal eventually, but I don't do them. I actually go the wrong way. First thing I do is to get drunk. I get really drunk on a Friday night so I can sleep because I have a lot of sleep problems. And then I try to analyze the situation and stop blaming myself for whatever that happened. So I need you to stop blaming yourself for whatever that happened. I need you to look at it from the point where you gave your energy to someone that did not deserve it. If you asked if you did something wrong that caused the change in attitude or change in behavior, fine. And he told you that no, it's not your fault. You've not done anything. My dear, move on. Okay, I need you to start listening to a lot of podcasts relating to healing and all that. And you're going to be fine. Okay, just go on Spotify. In fact, my podcast is one of them. So yeah, you can listen to that. You can also listen to, and that's the POV. Yeah. You can also listen to, there was this podcast I used to listen to. Let me search for it for you, my love. Let me search for it for you so that you can do yourself some good and heal through it. Yeah. So the title of the podcast is In Your Feelings. Yeah. In Your Feelings. So go on Spotify, just go to the podcast area, go to In Your Feelings. And she has a lot of topics surrounding how to heal from, certain situations. Okay. So I think that would be your best bet. Try to heal. You're going to be fine. Okay.
Let's have it.
I'm with a guy for 4 years. Everything was moving on well. Then I disrespected him. He was complaining, but I didn't pay attention. Now things are becoming worse. Although we still talk, he views my status, but things are not moving on well. The time he wants, that's when he picks my calls. But I love him so much. I don't want to lose him too. I have been apologizing since, but he told my friends he still loves me very much, but I'm not getting his attention and care. Please, what should I do? I'm sorry can't magically change everything. Put in effort. Texting him and saying that, babe, I'm sorry for disrespecting you, is not what is going to change his attitude towards you. Go to him, pamper him, take him out, gift him. Find a way. Stop making excuses. The will not change anything. You disrespected him. So make amends. And stop sitting in the house and doing Send him messages. Go to his house. Cook for him. Appreciate him. Apologize to him in a different way without even using the word sorry. Let him know that you're remorseful. Let him know that you are capable of being respectful. Because if he still tells his friends that he loves you, then you have a way of, turning things around. So stop being a foolish woman and turn things around. Kilode Shele. It hurts me when people have people that loves them regardless of their nasty attitude, but then make excuses.
Let's have it.
Hi, I've been dating this guy for a while now. He showed me so much love and I also did. He introduced me to his mom and all his family. He did everything I want and made me very happy, but he always takes my phone to check who I chat with and those who call me, but he doesn't allow me to do that to his phone. We always fight about his phone and this made me doubt him. He even stopped me from giving my number to any guy. I mistakenly gave it out and he got very annoyed and started avoiding me. What should I do? Avoid him too. That person is a very, very, very toxic person. Listen. Yes, he loves you. Yes, he provides for you. Yes, he's showing that, he cares about you and he's being protective. But why is he not allowing you to also be protective towards him? The whole phone thing, right? I feel like if I can give you access into my phone, you should be able to give me access to your phone. If you tell me that I don't need to know your password, you don't also need to know my password. It can't be like you would be able to go through my phone and satisfy your insecurities, but you will not allow me to satisfy my own insecurities. Do you want me to run mad? Run away from such person. It's not healthy, okay? He will never change. No, he won't.
Let's have it.
Before I start, I want you to know that I love your content. Keep it up. Thank you. I have a strong relationship with my mom and sister. We talk about everything. There are some things only my sister and I share together. For example, relationship matters. Recently, I was in a conversation with my mom. She told me that my sister recently informed her that a guy at her workplace is interested in her. She also caught feelings for the guy. POV, the guy is 33 years. Now in the process of divorcing his wife with 2 kids. My sister is just 22 years and has just begun national service. My mother advised her to be very careful and tell the guy she isn't interested, as she's young and now starting life. He's also a potential red flag. I agreed with my mom. I was actually surprised that she never told me, but I decided to keep it a secret. She later told my mom that she told the guy she wasn't interested, and that was the end. Last week, out of curiosity, I checked her WhatsApp messages. I know I'm wrong for this, and I realized that all this while, she's been in a relationship with the guy, and they've been sharing romantic messages with the guy, trying to meet up so they can make out. Recently, it seems they had a misunderstanding, and my sister has been all over him begging and promising to be a best girlfriend. POV, I really love my sister and I don't want her to make mistakes that will affect her life. She's young and naive and is not prepared to be an instant mother. I can't tell my mom because she won't be happy with it. My sister isn't aware that I know all these things and she constantly lies when I ask her if she's seeing someone else. I just want to look out for my kid sister. Please, I know it's a long read, but I need your help. My dear, it's not a long read. Listen, sometimes, your sister may be young and naive, but she may not be as naive as you think. Okay, so I need you to sit her down. Take your mother out of this because she's going to be very pissed if she hears about this. Yes, she will. So take your mother out of this. Take your mother out of this. Take her out one of these days. Could be a beach walk or an ice cream date. And talk to her. Let her know that your mom told you what happened and you don't want it to get back to your mom because you don't want her to escalate the issue. And so as a big sister, you need to have this conversation with her. You can't shield her for the rest of her life. Sometimes shielding her may push her to even make the wrong decision. And the truth is sometimes being harsh about situations like this can even push her to make bad decisions. And so you need to sit her down and have a conversation with her as an adult. Don't go shouting on her like a child. Conversate with her as an adult. Let her know the pros and cons of what she's doing. Because the guy is definitely a red flag. Someone that has not left his marriage. Why is he leaving that marriage in the first place? Or why is he getting divorced in the first place? Whose fault is it? The wife, him, both of them? You need to conversate with her. Let her know up to where you know. Let her tell you how she ended up in that relationship. Tell her how you were not feeling so comfortable. You felt that she was lying to you. And so you went through her phone. And apologize for going through her phone and tell her that she did it out of love. And any sensible sister would understand why. Okay? Yeah. So I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm hoping this episode will be short. Today, I want to make it short because I have a lot of work to do. But please stay safe out there. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and then share. And please do not forget to engage in the comment section. And please enjoy it on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Please share the link and let people also, find access to this podcast and enjoy the stories that we give to you. My name is Nonchalant Adepa, and I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, please don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms, TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. The links are all in my bio. You can click on them. My bio for, YouTube, and also in the description here on this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!